Brunson on Brooks. Stepping back, contested 2 times the game.
Dazzling them. And they are focusing on him. They still can't deny his forays. And obviously when they get inside.
Brunson. In and out, hard to the hole.
This is a bar graph.
No shit.
It represents field goal percentage in the paint outside of the restricted area. This is a great illustration of one of the many reasons young players should be paying more attention to Jalen Brunson. He's the smallest player in the top 5 here, and not only does he have the most attempts in this group from that area of the floor, he's tied with Jokic for most attempts per game in the league there. But how does a player at 6'2" hold such an efficient shooting percentage here, and why is he so comfortable taking so many of these shots? The truth is, there's more than one answer to both of those questions, but there is something that Brunson consistently relies on to make plays for his teammates and score at an elite level from these spots. Playing off of 2 feet is something I feel has been lost, especially in the era of threes and layups. In this basketball timeline, the spacing is better than ever, but that's also a huge benefit to players that still prefer to score in the mid-range because there's just more space to get to work. Take Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for example. Like Brunson, he's another guy that plays off of 2 feet. He finished 3rd on the official points per game leaderboard at 30.1, just under Giannis and Luka, and he did it while taking just under 4 threes a game. A whopping 82% of his field goal attempts were 2-pointers. Right under 6'6" SGA on the points per game list is 6'2" Jalen Brunson at 28.7. But unlike Shai, Brunson shared the floor with guys like Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, guys that don't provide spacing like a Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, the list goes on for OKC. So at Brunson's height and lack of space to work with on the Knicks compared to OKC and many other elite shooting teams, it's awesome to see him maintain his efficiency through that clutter. So let's revisit the importance of Brunson playing off of 2 feet. When he drives down the lane, he likes to use contact to gain an advantage over his defender, often bumping off of them to balance himself out and figure out his next move from there. If the defender is able to stay along for the ride, it's time for his footwork to find openings, using a series of fakes and pivots to create space or draw fouls on aggressive or less disciplined defenders. Basically, Brunson has the ability to continue countering his defender when he doesn't leave his feet. Even when he picks up his dribble, he's still a constant threat because he's grounded. And that's not to say Brunson never leaves his feet, because that would be ridiculous, but having that in his bag really keeps the defense guessing. He shoots an elite 53.5% on driving floaters, which means if he does leave his feet on drives, he's got a great chance of scoring if a defender assumes he's staying grounded. So now there's this constant guessing game of, is he getting to his floater? Is he stopping and popping? Is he just going to the rim? Is it a stop leading to a turnaround jumper? Is it a pump fake into a step through if I bite? And during the time you're trying to figure that out, he makes the pass to an open teammate you were ignoring just long enough for Brunson to find. At 6.7 assists per game, with the 40% from 3 to go with his in-between game, he now puts an entire defensive scheme on his heels. Guarding him in pick and rolls has become a nightmare for opposing teams, finishing 3rd in points as the pick and roll ball handler, behind only Trey and Luka, making defenses pay if they go under on screens, and attacking defenders that go over, drawing additional help, and finding the passing windows that come from it. There's a lot to love about him. He's not the flashiest player, not the fastest, no crazy vertical, but he gets the job done better than most at his position, and very deserving of second team All-NBA. To anyone out there that wants to improve their game, watch more Jalen Brunson.